Hello and welcome to the Park Place. My name is Alex and oh shoot, I don't know what to say after that. When you think of theme parks, you probably think of massive, super scary roller coasters or really big, thrilling flat rides, which admittedly those are things that I think about too. But as I'm thinking about all these things, I'm thinking about one other type of ride. You guessed it, dark rides. I'm wondering if the park has dark rides. The idea of dark rides isn't just confined to Disney. No, there's dark rides everywhere. Although in my opinion, Disney does do dark rides the best. Especially more recently. Tell me, have you ever seen anyone get off of Rise of the Resistance and say, it wasn't really that special to me. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that exciting? No, you probably haven't, because Rise of the Resistance is an immersive dark ride experience. And you don't even have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy Rise of the Resistance. It's just overall fun and exhilarating. Now, I personally am a very big Haunted Mansion fan. The Haunted Mansion is and always will be the best ride at Disneyland, in my opinion, and I'll tell you why. Hollywood, 1939. Oh wait, that's a different ride. What I meant to say was, imagine this. You're in New Orleans. You're walking around and you see an old, run-down mansion upon a hill. In a way, it looks sort of elegant, so you approach it. You wonder what goes on inside. There appears to be no one there, so you just stroll right on in. But that was your mistake. At this point, you question if you're going insane as the walls around you begin to stretch. There appears to be no way out. You then board a mysterious vehicle that floats through the mansion. You are met with multiple goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween. You awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Okay, I can't do this anymore, but my point is, notice how I set you up like that. I got you prepared for the main attraction. That right there is what Disney does for their rides. They might use pre-shows, they might just use queue elements, but whatever they do, it works. It sets you up for the main ride, and when you actually get on the ride, you sort of know what to expect. And then of course there's going to be things that you don't expect, which is always great. And that's just another reason why I love dark rides. And sure, you see this on some roller coasters too, like Space Mountain for example. Sets you up for the massive space adventure that you're going to go on. And that's where the actual ride comes into play. But Alex, dark rides aren't fun. They're just little baby rides for little baby kids who are too scared to get on the big scary roller coasters. No. And also, don't tell me you weren't scared to get on Snow White's Scary Adventures when you were little, because I know you were. And even those dark rides are great. You know, like the classic Fantasyland dark rides? Those are also great. Especially since most of them are getting updates and refreshes. You know, like Snow White's Scary Adventures turning to Snow White's Enchanted Wish, and Peter Pan getting that one update a really long time ago. And more often than not, they don't really have that long waits. Except for Peter Pan, that one's an exception for some reason. And at D23, Disney announced a new dark ride for Avengers Campus, or at least what we can only assume is a dark ride because we only got one piece of concept art, but it looks pretty much like a dark ride, so I think it's safe to assume it's a dark ride. Hopefully it's a dark ride. And I see 2 Spider-Men in the concept art, so I better be seeing Miles Morales. Now, admittedly, I could just keep talking about Disney's dark rides because there's a lot that I haven't mentioned, but let's take a moment to appreciate other theme parks' dark rides. After all, this is the Park Place Adventures. It's not just confined to Disney. You know, we can talk about other parks too. It's legal. Universal Studios. Personally, I haven't been to Universal Studios in who knows how long. But can we really quickly just take a moment to appreciate the Super Nintendo world? Seriously, look at this thing and tell me that this isn't beautiful. Like, the land itself looks stunning. It looks amazing. But we haven't even started talking about the actual rides in it yet. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I did grow up with Nintendo consoles and Nintendo games, but come on, this Mario Kart ride. There's a Mario Kart ride. Although most of the ride is the augmented reality part, because, you know, that's the part that you use to actually play the game. Most of the sets are physical, there are some screens, but they're incorporated really well. Like here, for example, and the underwater part. It is a bit slow for, being a racing ride and a Mario Kart ride. But it is still technically a dark ride, which dark rides are slow. Like, although I haven't been on this ride just yet, I love the amount of interactiveness that's in the ride. And the overall theming and sets look great. I'm a pretty big Mario Kart fan, and I'm also really good at Mario Kart, so it's nice to observe the sets and like see which track from the game that it's supposed to be. So if you're a Mario Kart fan, ride this ride because it's great for you. Now let's move on to the more classic style dark ride, the Yoshi one, the Yoshi's Island one. This one I honestly like more than the Mario Kart one. Along with offering a great bird's eye view of the land, it's also like a Haunted Mansion style, Omnimover style dark ride with show scenes both inside and outside, which I think is pretty unique and also pretty cool. The ride kind of has like a people mover type feel to it. You don't really get on it for excitement or thrill because obviously, one, it's a dark ride, and two, it's extremely slow moving. It's kind of just like one of those time killers, to relax and to just take in and enjoy the scenery. It's one of those scenic rides. And this ride isn't just tied to one specific game. There's connections to almost all the games. Like right here, we could see the giant bird from Super Mario 3D World. And there's Captain Toad. There's Captain Toad. And there's also some of the baby Yoshis from New Super Mario Bros. U. And then all of this while going through a Super Mario style landscape. You can see desert biomes, jungle biomes, and of course, just the plains biome. Admittedly, this ride is a bit short, but if you got kids with you, take your kids on the Yoshi ride. It's nice and cute, nice and fun, and I think you'll all enjoy it. Also, it's in Japan, and I don't live in Japan, so I guess I'm never riding this. Now, let's go back to the roots of dark rides. The origins of dark rides, which is basically the Fantasyland style dark rides in Fantasyland at Disneyland. Okay, before you say, oh, these dark rides suck, they're so short and they're so small and there's no on-ride audio or whatever. Sure, they're no Rise of the Resistance, but they're classics. Especially like with most of the recent updates. Like, Peter Pan got its update a while ago, and Snow White's Enchanted Wish is beautiful. And although sure a lot of it is just cardboard cutouts and blacklight paint and of course blacklights, but this is what set Disney up to make immersive dark ride experiences, like the Haunted Mansion. I'm not saying that you can't like roller coasters anymore because dark rides are better. I need you to adopt my opinion because dark rides are just they're best. They're better than roller coasters. No. I'm not saying that. Like all the roller coasters you want. I love roller coasters, personally. I'm just saying that just because a ride is slow doesn't make it a baby ride. Like, you can even ask Andrew. He loves Small World. And this is a common thing that I hear from a lot of people. They say, I prefer Knott's Berry Farm because it has more roller coasters instead of Disneyland because all of it is just baby rides. Like, if you're one of those people, I hope you're watching this video because Disneyland is not just for babies. It's not just baby rides. Of course, there's Gadgets Go Coaster, which is obviously aimed towards the younger audience. But dark rides are not baby rides. Get that through your head, please. Just at least understand that. At the end of the day, since you're here, I assume we all like theme parks. Whether that be you're riding a Yoshi, a Mario Kart, a Doom Buggy, or a space rocket flying through space, or the wildest ride in the wilderness. We all love theme parks. But what I love about theme parks are the dark rides. I think you all knew that by now. And at the end of the day, well, not at the end of the day, but at some point in the day, you have to get bread from the sourdough bread factory. Oh my god, that bread is so good. Hi, welcome to the end card. There isn't much that I want to say right now, other than thank you for 100 plus subscribers. But I think I've already said that. But if I haven't, thank you for 100 subscribers. No, like seriously, thank you for supporting me. in the early days of my channel. Glad you were here before, hopefully, I get decently popular. Hopefully. And if you want to help my channel grow even more and you enjoy my content, give it a like and share it with people. Anyone. Normally I script my end cards, but this time I didn't script it for some reason, so this is kind of like the most awkward end card. But anyways, and also shout out to my cousin Sophia for designing the cone head that appeared earlier in the video. I'll try to use him in more videos like this one. So shout out to her. And she was also in one of my last videos. I'll leave a card up there. But yeah, you can go check that out if you want. With that out of the way, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on notifications, you know, YouTube stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.